As Your Heart Betrays You, Part 9. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by Evenart Adam on Instagram and Tumblr. Links to them in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the other 8 parts of this story. Hit that subscribe button, make sure the bell is turned on for notifications, leave a like, and wow, this is a chore list. Comment chore list if you listened to this intro. Now then, please enjoy As Your Heart Betrays You, Part 9. Marinette Dupang Chang, 20 years old, rubbing the crease between her eyebrows. Stop that! Alya plopped down next to her, bumping their shoulders together. You're too young for Botox. My Kwame and Cat Noir are teaming up together and I don't know what for. Of course I'm going to get wrinkles. I don't know. You really think he was trying to get you back with your ex? Why else would he send Adrian? Marinette took her eyes off the miraculous box just long enough to look at her. Because Adrian has major clout and is a serial dater, so he could be exactly what you need to rebound with? Yes, a rebound. From my fake ex with my real one. He doesn't know the half of it. Marinette groaned, twisting herself to faceplant into a pillow. Why can't I be an independent woman? You can be independent and still date Cat Noir. Or even Adrian. I can hear your smile, she said into her pillow. It's amazing how liberating the truth is. I'm not gonna date the guy who doesn't know that using a metal spatula on a nonstick will scratch up the coating. I'm pretty sure he does know that. Alya waved her hand in the air. He literally seasoned the pan and put it over heat after cooking the other day. If someone knows cast iron, they know their way around the kitchen. And his cooking is nothing to sneeze at. Marinette propped herself onto her elbows, still groaning. And? What would it take? What would it take to what? What would it take, Cat Noir, for you to date him? Or any guy, for that matter. She mulled it over, sitting up and crossing her legs crisscross applesauce while holding her pillow. Reliable? Check. Funny? Oh, totally. Check. A cute butt. Marinette raised her eyebrow, smirking for good measure. Already discussed and quite thoroughly. Check. Surely she had more requirements than that. Handsome preferred, but not a deal make or break. Noted. Finances? Has his own place. Steady job. No consumer debt. Works for the man or is the man? Either is fine, she shrugged. Well, finances aside, Alya said, nodding as she stroked her chin. You've described Adrian Agreste. And Cat Noir. Marinette rolled her eyes. I'm not looking for anyone, she sighed. And if I were, I'm sure you have someone else in your contacts that isn't a partner or an ex. I mean, Luca is both an ex and a partner. Would that count? Alya, and I like his peach emoji more than Cat's, I'm sorry to say. Alya! Marinette gaped at her in disbelief, allowing it to translate before picking up a pillow and hitting her with it. You're so sassy! You're the one in daily contact with 2 dream guys, both of which have made it on the pair's top 10 every year since they confirmed they were at least 18. Yes, the womanizing duo. Oh, shush. They take the girls out to dinner and arcades. Don't blame the guys for trying to find a spark. The way you phrased it makes it sound like they do it together as double dates, Marinette chuckled. Okay, I'm totally 100% down for Adrian Agreste and Cat Noir to end up together, but not as much as one of them with you, girl. I just think that if they spend as much time learning about who they are as individuals as they do taking girls out, they'd be happier and more satisfied with life. What if they don't want to learn who they are without a partner? Then they need therapy, Alya. She pursed her lips. Both of them, for different reasons. They laughed, knowing it was true. Adrian and Kat each came with their own set of problems. I'm just saying, I'm sure Nino would love dinner and an evening at an arcade. Alya tilted her head to the side. I think that's the only affair I would be okay with. Stop it! Marinette rolled her eyes. You're so sassy. You're not gonna ask if I prefer him with Adrian or Kat? Enough! Her cheeks hurt from laughing. Come on, we have to edit these photos. Yes, the photos of you and your ex, holding each other, gazing into each other's eyes. We were bickering the whole time and you know it. Oh, it was so entertaining. Marinette, I deserve an award for pretending not to notice. I deserve an award for making it through the ordeal. So... Alya opened her laptop, a smirk on her face. What I'm hearing is... sushi? She mulled it over. If, and only if, we get the photos done and schedule every post. Yes! She punched the air above her with both fists. Best business partner ever! You made a copy of the memory card, correct? And I properly ejected it. Yes, I'm also the best business partner ever. Alya flipped her hair. They set to work, a mixture of groaning, cramped hands, squinting eyes, and mental battles over color correction, leaving the two of them exhausted without so much as leaving for a bathroom break. Hey, wanna know something? Alya asked as the photo rendered. What's up? We're getting Starbucks. Marinette narrowed her eyes. Starbucks? Yeah, I left the window unlocked. You left the... She didn't understand until she did. Alya! He says the line is long, but he should be here in half an hour. Alya! Marinette hissed again. You're using Cat Noir as your errand boy? Would you have rather I asked Adrian? She pursed her lips, frowning at her roommate/business partner. I hope you Venmo'd him. Nope, he's paying. Marinette rubbed the line between her eyebrows. Do it. Can't. Secret identity and all that. Alya, the man eats out of a toaster oven. We need to pay him back. He said he's gainfully employed and I don't have cash. Besides, he said it was his treat. She swallowed. Cat was absolutely the type to buy for someone else and sacrifice his own needs to it. Only if he brings one for himself, too. If he brings one for himself, then there's no way we're letting him leave after dropping them off. She knew what she meant. Okay, fine. We'll take a break and he can stay with us if he does. Marinette turned to give a final stare as Alya chuckled. What if he sends Adrian instead? Don't, she groaned. You'll jinx it. Alya's phone buzzed and she smiled down at it. Ooh, Nino's asking for lunch. Toodles. Wait, what? Oh, hold up. Are you gonna go enjoy lunch with my boo? Absolutely. Enjoy your date. First Tiki, now this. She couldn't even escape elsewhere because Tiki was still hiding in that cursed, blessed box. Oh, macaroons. All her teammates were on Cat Noir's side, but he was on Adrian's. She may as well have his ring with her brush of bad luck over the past week. Or she could lock the window. Then he couldn't come in. No, that was mean. She wouldn't do that, even though she toyed with the idea. But if he was coming, and in less than half an hour, she could at least tidy the living room and make sense of her hair. So, when he knocked on the glass before touching down inside, Marinette decided it was a good thing he came out after all. When would she and Alya have cleaned up yesterday's shoot, after all? Knowing them, they'd have left it out for 5 weeks and 3 toe-injuring trips. "Hey," Cat Noir said, a drink carrier in hand. "You look nice." Marinette raised an eyebrow. She was in pajama shorts and an oversized hoodie. "Hey, how much do I owe you?" "Don't worry about it. My treat." "After you ambushed me with my ex?" "Is that what you thought of it?" He laughed as he set the drinks on the counter. "An ambush?" "I appreciate your efforts, but you don't need to try to set us up. I don't need a rebound with my ex." "My lady!" Cat placed a hand over his heart and stepped back, like he was catching his balance. "Is that what you thought?" "Was I wrong? I can get my wallet right now." He licked his lips, mouth open as his eyes searched the room like a student searching for an answer. "I promise I didn't tap into my headboard fund to buy them, okay?" "You tomcat!" Marinette laughed, picking a pillow off the couch and chucking it at him. "Adrian totally told him what she said yesterday. They were in contact with each other talking about her. I knew it, you absolutely sly man." "Hey now." He caught the pillow before it could knock the drinks over, his grin matching hers. "A little rebound won't kill you." Oh, this cat. "It's a no from me, partner." "With Adrian? Why? Is there some other Tom on your mind?" No rebounds for me, thanks." "What are you gonna do with your newfound singleness?" "Run a business and drink Starbucks." He laughed again, this time turning to pull the drinks out of the carrier. "Okay, successful and independent. Don't need no man." "Don't want no man," she added, taking the pink-colored iced drink from him. His eyes crinkled at the comment. "Noted," he said, his voice softer. It reminded her of the conversation she had with Adrian yesterday, where he asked if the guy she liked thought she'd defined their boundaries and wouldn't cross it. And here Cat was, bringing her a refresher and not even asking for the money back. Was this just because he was a nice guy? Or because they were partners? Or... That's a dangerous thought. "As long as you're here," she began, brushing it away. "Any chance I could get some photos?" "Working on your break?" He raised an eyebrow as he lifted his cup to his lips. "What are you, American?" Her cheeks burned at the comment. "Well, I mean, we could always watch that movie you suggested." Cat lifted his other eyebrow. "You mean it?" "I wouldn't offer if I didn't." But, your break is only, He cleared his throat. "I wouldn't want to intrude." "You brought me clout, remember? Even if it isn't yours. This means this next launch will be especially successful, so I may as well take longer breaks when I can get them." He tapped the side of his tumbler, lips twisted as he looked at the floor before flicking his eyes up at her. "Here? Or, like..." He jutted his chin at the window. "There." Marinette winced, realizing she couldn't go out with Cat as Marinette for fear of scandals. "It'll have to be here." "Yeah, travel time and all that. So we could stream a recent release, or..." Should she tell him? She interrupted, so she may as well. I can't go out as Ladybug right now, she confessed. A light crease dented his forehead. What do you mean? Are you all right? Is Tiki all right? He stepped forward, his drink in one hand as he reached up and brushed her hair aside to check her ears. He'd closed the distance between them so quickly, she didn't have time to grow hot. Yeah, she's fine, Marinette said, reaching up to touch her ears unconsciously as she stepped back, startled from the sudden nearness. Oh, good. He stepped back, pulling the hand that touched her away to scratch the back of his neck as he looked away. Good. That's a relief. Yeah, we're... What could she call it? Quarreling? A fight? Negotiating. Kat's sudden awkwardness shattered as he snapped his attention to her. Negotiating? He echoed. She knows something, and she's not telling me. Oh, About what? You, I think. She sighed, crossing her arms. I told her I thought you were trying to set me up with Adrian, and she clammed up. Oh. Marinette narrowed her eyes. You didn't bribe her, did you? What? No. He waved his free hand. Haven't spoken to her since, well, at least before Hawkmoth. You didn't send Plag to deliver a message? Have you met Plag? He laughed. He'd take the delivery fee, eat it, and say he did it, all while in the comfort of his little bed. She smiled at the idea. You promise? No contact? I'll give you my pinky if that's what you want. Yes, no contact. He shook his head, water prickling his hand as condensation formed. Marinette bit her thumbnail. Her gaze turned to the couch. Then why hide in the Miraculous box? Huh? Yeah, she ran away when I asked about you and hasn't come out of the box since. She looked over when he didn't respond and found him to be staring at her, face slacked and eyebrows raised. She's hiding in the box? Won't come out. Even asked the other Kwamis to get her. Kat tapped the side of his tumbler. What if we send Plag in? Marinette blinked twice. The same Kwami you said you would eat the payment with no delivery? She joked. I mean it. He could probably clear things up. She thought about it, then nodded. It'd been a day, and nothing else had worked yet. We could try it. Cool. Where is... He looked around, setting down his drink. My bedroom. Got it. Thanks. I'll be out here. He looked at her and nodded, their pursed expressions matching. This was awkward, wasn't it? He was gonna go in there and detransform, and she'd be stuck out here, respecting his choice to keep his identity a secret. It was a choice, right? There wasn't a present threat that would torture them for the other's identity, and he knew hers, so him keeping it to himself was his decision. Sure, he'd asked if she wanted to know, but she knew him too well. He'd tell her if she told him to. It had to be his decision. And so, with the air still stiff from how the conversation unraveled, Cat Noir made his way into her bedroom and shut the door, a blast of light leaking out the framed edges. And here she stood, on the other side, trying not to wonder what he looked like without the mask. Forget dating him. Marinette wanted something far more precious than someone she might break up with someday. The handle was right there, and her heart wanted to betray the trust they'd sewn together over the years. But she wouldn't. She couldn't. No. Marinette walked away, grabbing the drink he bought her, now soaked with condensation, and sat down on the couch. Curiosity might kill the cat, but she'd rather be in a tight spot than betray his trust. She would be here as Marinette Dupang Chang until Cat Noir decided it was time for her to know who he was. Movie nights and sweetened drinks included. Thank you so much for listening. Part 10 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction, and I will catch you in the next one. If you are still listening, comment movie night. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!